Hello, Just Too Good here, back from the review, and today I'm reviewing the much anticipated LEGO Marvel Superheroes Age of Ultron Avengers set, which is the Avengers Quinjet City Chase, and that is set number 76032. Has 722 pieces, 5 minifigures, and it retails for $80 in the United States. You may be wondering where I got this from. I looked out at Walmart today. I went to a faraway Walmart just because I was in the area. I was like, what? Whoa! And they had this set and then the smallest one, which I already have. So I lucked out there. There was like 2 of these left, so go check your Walmart as soon as possible. That's it for now. Let's take a look at the minifigures. Alright, so our first minifigure we'll take a look at is Vision. This guy is exclusive to the set, and he looks fantastic. He has some excellent torso, legs, and face printing that is all exclusive to this figure. And a great cape, because a lot of people would expect it to be that new cloth cape that a lot of people don't like, which is thick. No, they actually use a softer cape material, which I think may be the same one that was used on the Vitruvius minifigure from last year. And it looks great, and it feels great, and it looks very thin on the minifigure, so it doesn't get in the way, really. And I like that. On the underside, he has some great torso printing right there, and he even has some excellent back facial printing. So all this makes just such an excellent minifigure. So the next minifigure is Black Widow, who's just a fantastic minifigure overall. This same version comes in the Helicarrier set, which is a $300 set compared to this $80 set. This is marginally cheaper as a set to get Black Widow. And she has some excellent torso printing and leg printing and back torso printing. And her face is great and new to this version of the minifigure. Because remember, we did get a 2012 version that didn't look too much like how she appeared in the movies. My favorite part is her new hairpiece, which is an exclusive molding to the Black Widow minifigure so far. And it has some great kind of underside molding, which looks very cool with the little curls right there. Then some straight kind of hair on the all around, which looks fantastic. I love that little molding. And hope to see it in different colors in the future. And just comparing her to the 2012 version, you can see how much better this one is and more accurate to the movies. They both basically have the same face prints, but this one looks just a little bit more sharper and removes those very annoying little cheekbones. Same goes with the back face prints right here. So good job on LEGO for listening to the fans of about the complaints of the old version. Next minifigure up is Captain America. This version also comes in the Hydra Showdown, or sorry, the Hydra, I think it's called like Fortress Infiltration or something like that. And it is the new updated version of Captain America. And he uses the little shield color from last year, where it's a little bit of a brighter red than the 2012 Avengers sets. And the torso actually comes in the Helicarrier set, of course, the Steve Rogers minifigure. And comparing him to the 2012 version, you can see how much more of an improvement this is. The new one definitely has much more detail and is a little bit more sharper. I like that. So now let's take a look at the next minifigure. And here is Iron Man Mark 43, and this version does come in the Avengers Tower set. And it comes in the Hulkbuster Smash set, so he is pretty common in this Avengers Age of Ultron line. But he has some great torso and leg printing, and a great new helmet with some marking on it. You can see the back torso print right there. Then his face, you could of course lift the helmet up with this little flap right here. Reveals his face print right there. And his back facial printing. So here is the Ultimate Ultron minifigure, and this minifigure is exclusive to the set. We have gotten Ultron throughout this new wave of sets, but this specific version, like I said, is exclusive to the set. He has kind of a metallic silver look to him, which I think looks really cool, and we don't really have any other Ultrons in this wave in that color, because the other one that is very similar to the appearance of this is in kind of a flat silver, kind of iron color. And that's where this piece comes in a darker silver, like kind of a flat silver iron color, like I said. That's in the Hulkbuster set. So this color of the piece is exclusive to the set, and you can see it does have some nice printing right there, as well as this top helmet part is exclusive to the set because of the color and the printing. Because you could also get it in a darker color, that's the same one from the Hulkbuster set, you know, that same color, in the $13 set, Iron Man vs. Ultron. So it is very cool, and his face print is actually the same one as the Iron Legion from the Attack on Avengers Tower. And this molding right here just goes around the neck, and you can kind of twist it around, but it looks best with the helmet over it. So that's really it for Ultimate Ultron. Now let's go on to builds itself. There's 3 smaller builds before you get to the Quinjet build, and they're this little Cho research van, Captain America's motorcycle, and this little capsule to hold Vision. Alright, so here is Captain America's motorcycle, which has that new 2015 motorcycle molding for the frame right there, which was used in the city set before this, but not in this black color. So the only way you could get this frame in that black color is by getting this set. And you can see it has some stickers on the side right there that have the Avengers logo and some metal detailing. And it is really cool because you could fit Captain America on there, of course, by making him stand up. And you could reach the handlebars if you want. And then you just kind of clip his little shield right here to that end part, and there you go. It fits all perfectly, and plus it coincides with the Quinjet later. For the next two builds, you got the capsule and the little van. And for the capsule, just meant to really fit Vision. And it's a pretty cool look. I like how it kind of came out. And you fit Vision in by slipping him in like this. And it won't damage the cape because of the cape's material. And he fits in there like that. And that will come into play later, but for the actual little van right here, there's a print or a little sticker right there that says Cho Research, and it has some Korean writing, it looks like. There's a front license plate, and a side sticker, and a sticker on the back right there. And it has kind of an unconventional roof where if you take it off, you can see that half of it's kind of this hinge part which stands up, and then the other half is the little canopy. And inside the vehicle, you could fit probably two people, and there's no actual driver for the set, which is a little bit odd. But the main part, or the two main play features of this plays into this back area, where you could kind of open up the back area, but it would be probably better to just put him in when you're assembling it. But what you put in is the capsule, because the capsule slips in there quite well. And you just slip him in like that. And like I said, it's probably better to put him in when you're assembling it, just so it would fit in just a little bit better, but you could still get it in. And then you push this down and it will make the whole back part explode. So let's try that. And there you go. Okay, so the next play feature is involving this part right here where you put it on up like that. Then you take Ultron, and you probably have to take off these tube pieces, which they do include in the set. And you put him standing on this top little part right here, and he stands up quite well. And then you use the super jumper included in this set, which whichever minifigure you want. I just say use Iron Man because you could slip him on while using these cylinder pieces right here onto the super jumper, and it won't damage the minifigure's hind legs like basically the super jumper does. And you push down on the super jumper like that, and then you knock him over. So that's a pretty cool feature, and I do like that. And then of course you can make it explode once again. And here is the Quinjet itself. You know, this is the updated version. Looks very good. I like a lot of the blue colors. And also, if you want to put it in landing mode, they actually show, I guess this is the official version for landing mode. What you do is you put the wings up like that, which are on hinges, then you put them up like that. So that's the official landing mode. But if you're going to swoosh it in the air, you want to put it like that. And there's some great parts to it altogether, some great play features. And we'll start out with the front. All right, so the front has this little cockpit right here. And honestly, I'm a little bit underwhelmed by the cockpit and inside area of this Quinjet compared to the last one because there's not too much area, but the exterior looks so much better. And basically, the cockpit can fit one minifigure. You just gotta sit them down like that, and I guess you would have Black Widow driving it like it's shown on the box. You could even probably fit her gun in there. But you can see how deep it is. It is pretty deep that it's going to be kind of hard for her to reach the control panel up there, honestly. So you would probably have to have her standing up, which looks probably a little bit better. But even then, it's very high up, that little control panel piece, which is a sticker. Other than that, not much else in there. And closing that up, you can see the sticker right there. And moving on to the middle section, they use some more stickers right here and right here. And then they use some right on these edges right here. And you may be wondering what that string right there is for, and that's actually a really cool play feature that comes into play later on. But let's take a closer look at the little wing areas. You have MB25389 as a sticker. Then you have these two little stickers right here, which this one in particular, which moves around, which is a little bit annoying, actually has a major play function, so you're going to need that later. It says Stark Industries. This middle section, you can see they use some great pieces in here as well that are a little bit uncommon, like this piece right here doesn't come in too many sets in that color, as well as this front windscreen right here only came in really one other set, which was a Space Police set from 2009, so it's really rare to get it in that color. And then they use another one of those stickers right there, but this one doesn't spin because this one doesn't really have any play feature when you push it. And then you have that side area right there. And we'll move on to the back. Just a quick look at the side right there. And the back area has the little, you would think maybe an engine, but the engines are really kind of composited into the wings. There's not like any big kind of thrusters on the back like the old one had. But it does have a little door, I guess, to open up, and you could fit a few minifigures in there, but not very much. And you can see just a little bit of a better look inside there. There's a fire extinguisher and a wrench. But to open that, you gotta make sure these little wing parts don't get in the way. And that play feature I kind of want to show when we look at the underside. You can see there's these little compartments right here, and this is actually the part where you put a minifigure on. And for example, I mean, it shows Black Widow on the box, but we'll just use Captain America. And what you do is you make him hold on to this little string with the little stud at the end. Attach him to this wall right here, or attach him to that little inverted brick. And you push him right there. And then you push, remember that little part that spinned around? Well, you can see that it's actually pushed up now. And what you do is you just push it down, and it drops the minifigure down like that. So that's actually a really cool, clever feature, and it works fine. And you could even put Black Widow on inside there with her gun, which I think is really cool, and I like how that came out. So we'll take a look at some of the other play features right now. Alright, so for the next play features, I kind of want to flip the Quinjet over, but this one right here is just a pair of hidden stud shooters, which honestly I don't like too much because it's kind of hard to position them to shoot out from the front right there, especially if you have it flipped on the other side. So you're going to have to kind of slip your hand right there, and it just gets in the way. So I think that's a little bit of not the best kind of pointed little hidden shooters. I wish they would have maybe put it a little bit more closer to the front so it's easier to shoot. But the next play feature is actually one of my favorites, or maybe my favorite of this whole set, because it's very, very cool. The only downside to it is it kind of takes up the whole middle section, so that's probably one of the reasons why there isn't much of an interior design to walk around in. But what you do is you take off this little lid right here, because you could flap it open, and there's space to fit Captain America's motorcycle. And then you just slip him on his motorcycle. So like I said, you just slip it into there, and you kind of have to put the front wheel in first and then slide it in there. And then it easily closes once you close that. And then the next thing you do is you push on this part right here, and it drops out the motorcycle like that. So that's such a cool dropship feature. Other than that, there's really nothing else inside that area, but still is a very cool feature, and I think that's pretty creative. And that's it for this vehicle together, so let's just take a quick look of it all around. You got that front area right here with these nice wings, which are posable on those hinges. Got some flaps on the back with the little Stark Industries stickers. No big kind of thrusters in the back like the older version, but I guess it makes it look a little bit more sleek, and it makes this kind of hatchet right here a little bit more maneuverable to open. Well, there's not much inside that part. There's really only a fire extinguisher and a wrench. The rest of the vehicle is kind of really cool in design, so I like how that looks. And let's go on to the final let's take a look at the box first, and then we'll take a look at the final verdict. Front of the box, back of the box. The two big instruction booklets. Now let's go on to the final verdict. Alright, so overall, this set is definitely better than the last version. A lot of people may complain that this inside doesn't have as much interior as the last one did, but honestly, the last one didn't have too much interior either. That one had a drone dropping feature, this one has a motorcycle dropping feature, and a minifigure dropping feature, which I think both work so much better than that old drone dropping feature, and are much cooler and fun to play with. This one has some inside parts, like the cockpit, while it's a little bit smaller than the last one, still is pretty roomy, I guess. You could fit one minifigure in there, and the back one, you could fit a few minifigures in there. There's also some more builds in this one than the last Quinjet. You got the Chill Research van, the motorcycle, and that little capsule, and then some great minifigures like Vision is exclusive, Ultimate Ultron, and Black Widow and Captain America. These are probably the easiest ways to get those, because Captain America comes in a retail exclusive, and Black Widow comes in a helicarrier. And of course, it's nice to get another Iron Man. So I do rate this set an A. I think it's a great value for the price. It does feel like an $80 set. I'm very satisfied with the build overall. So that's it for now. If you guys enjoyed this, you could leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.